trying to get ready. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you for being here on the live. It caught me off guard because I was trying to dust my shirt off and, get prepared and get all pretty and everything. But anyway, thank you for joining me. It's your favorite cousin, Ken. For those of you who don't know me, I am Marie Moses, but everybody calls me your favorite cousin, Ken. I am a spiritual wellness practitioner or educator. I am a transformative speaker and an energy healer, and I am here today to give you some messages. So if you stumble and bumble across me on TikTok, or if you watch the live replay on YouTube, I have a message just for you. So thank you, cousin. Thank you for everybody that's coming in. I have to decide whether I'm going to go live on this TikTok channel, the I Am Marie Moses channel, or on the Lighthouse Women's Wellness TikTok. I don't know. I have to decide because after today, I'll know for sure what I'm going to do. Anyway, let's get into it. Dang, I didn't even let my cousins in our private group know. I didn't even let our cousins know we're going to be in here. Hey, cousin. Hey, everybody coming in. They'll find out. It's okay. Okay, so let's get to it. Today we are going to give you some spiritual guidance, but I also want to let you know that right now it is a new moon in Aries. So with that being said, calm down, okay? I know we talked about this last time, and sometimes we can get in a rush and want to just rush off and do things, and you're going to feel intense, like, you just ready to go. You're going to want to go do some things, and this is good. This is not a bad thing. For those of us that are working on different projects, y'all know I'm talking to the Divine Collective, so Spirit is giving you things to do, and you ready to go all in. Do that, okay? But just know that it's a partnership, okay? You take a step, Spirit takes a step. You take a step, and Spirit takes a step. So calm down, take your time. But, I always say move slow, but move for show. Don't, stop moving, because sometimes you feel like, maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I'm going a little too hard. No, you're not going too hard. And don't let nobody tell you you're going too hard. And don't tell yourself you're going too hard. You're doing exactly what you need to do. But just slow and steady, pace yourself, because remember, this is a journey. So when we're given assignments, we're given things to do, it can feel like it's a lot, and it is a lot for those of us that are here, to do this type of work. It is a lot for us to do, but we can do it. We can do it. Thank you, cousin. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Okay, so do what you need to do, but just calm down, because I'm feeling a little anxious, a little anxious energy. And it's okay. That's a good thing when you're anxious about things, especially when you're in your purpose. When you are in your purpose, let me tell you something. You can work all day and all night on things that you're being guided to do. I'm telling you what I know. When I was gone for those 3 years, trust me, I have so much that I have been working on. It's like, where do I start? I don't even know where I start, because I have been given so much to do and to write and to, listen, it's a lot. But I loved it, and I love doing it, So it's like, I can stay up all night. Leave me alone. Let me do what I'm doing. You just have so much energy to do these things because it's purpose driven and you just enjoy it. So just enjoy it and don't make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because we can do that sometimes. We can make it work. So don't make it work. Just enjoy it. Thank you, cousin. You said, yeah, I have at least 2 projects I'm going to launch. It's a lot. Yeah, I do love it though. Yeah, it is a lot. And you get so excited about it, And that, when Spirit is working with you on something, that like this about to be big. Like, you don't know all the ins and outs and everything like that, but you know enough to keep going and keep doing everything that you're doing. And that's what propels us and moves us forward. So talking to your mama them, your cousin them, your friend them about your 2 projects and things that you got going, they're gonna be like, why you doing that? Why you that's too much. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And you like, man, don't talk to me about not doing this stuff. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing 2 things at one time. Might seem like a lot to you, but it ain't a lot. It is a lot. That's why I told you, it kind of slowed down, It's kind of like a steady pace. And then just remember that you're not doing it by yourself. So then you won't have that anxiety and it can be a flow, You could just flow with it. And honestly, you can work from day to night, all day, all night. Let me tell you something, cousin. And y'all my cousin, so y'all know I'm going to put y'all in my business. When I was gone for those 3 years, I spent months in the house. Literally months. And I'll tell you something even deeper than that. I left the house last month, March, one time. Before last month, cousin, don't laugh because this is real. Before last month, I did not leave the house for, I want to say about 7 to 8 months. That's how real it gets. When you locked in with spirit, that's how real it gets. I'm telling you that. Nobody in my energy and me and nobody else's energy, just the people that live here, and that's it. And anytime I'm getting guided to do something, I can literally write a book, and I've written many books, and I don't have no interference. All the workbooks that I have, the classes, the recordings, everything, I did that myself because I have the ability to do it. And to have the time to do it, that is the greatest asset, is to have the time, because a lot of people don't have freedom of time. So Spirit will give us the time to do these things. So for 8 months, I did not leave the house. But I'll tell you, I went back. I cleaned up everything that was online. I cleaned up everything here. I probably wrote about 2 books. I did some things for children too. I ain't gonna tell y'all because it's a secret, okay? But can't let a kid. So I have some things for children. I have some things that I did for young girls. I have, I can't tell y'all too much because it ain't time. It ain't time. But just know I did a lot of things. And I did the Oracle decks because remember I told you I'm going to have the Oracle decks. So I went back and I redid all my Oracle decks and everything. It's just so much that I was doing and I just love it so much. Like I could stay up creating all night. I get that from my dad. My dad was a creative person like that. Like he used to write computer programs and, paint and all that. He was like that, and I get that from him, honestly. So, it's a good thing. You're doing great things. And so I want to give you some messages about what you're doing, okay? About your projects and the things that you're doing. So we're going to talk about that, okay? All right, so now I told y'all I ain't using my cards because y'all know I said I'm going to challenge myself to channel without my cards. So let me use the messages. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit be telling me to sit with the message because I be running. I don't be running. I be thinking with it. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm hearing greater later. And I'm pretty sure that's why Spirit was giving me that message to tell you to slow down and pace yourself. Because when you're first starting something initially, I don't know who this is trying to come in. When you're first starting something, it seems like it's so big, like how is all this going to work out, and you could get so many different moving pieces, which Spirit is giving you all these different moving pieces, but just know it's all going to work together. I'm seeing a squirrel out here. And normally squirrels, they run real fast, but this squirrel is just kind of like posted up right here. So what Spirit is telling you is that, your spiritual wellness and your practices is very important. And what you're doing and your spiritual wellness practice, they go hand in hand. Okay. So remember to take time to slow down, do your breath work, calm yourself. This is so important because it is big what you're doing. I'm talking about massive. What y'all out there doing? My goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me see who up in here. He said you're great at channeling, by the way. You do it often and it's always on point. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. Cousin in here sniggling and giggling. Oh, snap now. The Divine Collective up in the building. Yeah. But you're not going to do it alone. You're not going to do it alone. So that's why it's kind of like, with that squirrel, it's kind of like, how you normally do everything on your own. There is coming a point where you're going to have people come in to help you. There are going to be people that come in and help you. Like, you need a partner. You're not going to be able to do it by yourself. Like, up until this point, you've done everything that you can do on your own. There has to be somebody to come in. And this is what I'm going to tell you. Anybody who's really became like greatly successful, they will tell you about somebody that came into their life. It was a person that came into their life that helped them up the ladder. In some type of way, they opened the door, they recommended them, they did something happened. It could be a relationship for some of you. You already know the divine feminine, divine masculines are coming together. I already told you that. And you being in a partnership with somebody else, that's the only way this is going to work. And you can try to run from partnership, but you ain't going to be able to do it, okay? Because it's going to be overwhelming for you. And you may feel like, okay, why is it that, things are not coming together? Because you and your partner have to come together. It could be just a person, but I'm getting real strong, real strong. Prepare yourself for a partnership. And if you have been living a certain type of way, because I know my cousins, y'all been living a certain type of way on your own. And that's cool. But when this partner come in, you're not going to be able to live like that no more. Because you have to share. There's so much we learn from relationships. So it's like, it's good. Okay, look, it's not bad having this partner. But you also have to know that it is going to stretch you. This person is not going to come in and be your yes man or your yes woman and that type of thing. It's not going to be that. They're going to challenge you. They're going to push you. They're going to want you to be better, and that's a good thing. They're going to observe you, and they're going to call you out on things. That's okay. If you're not used to that, and you're used to everybody feeling like, oh, you're the greatest, you're the greatest, you're the greatest, or you may be the one that everybody goes to, and everybody's like, coming to you for everything. This person is, they can come to you for some things, but they will be okay even if they don't come to you. I'm just keeping it real. Okay? Just keeping it real. Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin. Yes. So, remember that we're all at different points on the path. Remember this. So, some people are just starting your healing. Some people are in the middle, like the heat of the frying pan, like your angelic karma used to say back in the day. They in the heat of the frying pan. You have to know where you are on the path, because this point is for people who are advanced. Okay? They're ready to come into union. So, although, when we first got on our spiritual path, many of us thought that we had our divine partner, or twin flame, or whatever, when it really turned out to be someone that was a karmic that was teaching us how to love ourselves, because we had an issue with loving ourselves, over giving, thinking the best of people who didn't think the best of you, and all those things. So, the relationships that we were in back then, they taught us a lot about our own self-worth and value if we paid attention. If we blame the other person and point the finger and say, oh, they're terrible, they lied, they manipulated, they cheated, they stole, okay, if we point the blame at the people that were in our life at that time, then we don't get the lesson from it all. We needed to get stronger. So those soulmates came into our lives to help us to get stronger. Now, the things that they did to you in the past, it ain't never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen again, right? Right. Why is that? Because you had to go through those experiences, okay? So that's why I say you have to know where you're at on the path, because some of you are just now encountering a soulmate, and you believe that this is the love of your life. You believe that this is the person you're going to be with forever. Keep living. You know what they used to say back in the day, grandma now? Keep living. You'll see if this is the one or not. Just pay attention. Pay attention. Always be paying attention. But for those of you that are further down the path, then you have learned those lessons, and you know that self-love comes first. It's not just something cute to say. You actually have routines, rituals, things that you do. You prioritize yourself, and you know that loving yourself is loving our Creator, and that's what keeps you in spiritual alignment all the time. So that's why Spirit was saying with the spiritual wellness practice and your projects and things that you're working on, they go hand in hand. Because the more you evolve as a soul, the more Spirit can give you. It's like you have to open up wider and wider and wider, you know? So Spirit is doing that from within. Remember, spiritual alignment is a process that our Creator does within us. We just allow it. We remove the blockages, we remove the people, the mindsets, behaviors, beliefs, all the things that's in the way. We remove all that so that Spirit can come through and flow. Okay? So the more you're working on yourself, the more you're doing all these things, then you'll get more bits and bits and bits and pieces of the assignment. And it's going to come together like a puzzle. Okay? And people are going to be so surprised. They're going to be like, who are you? You know, they're going to be looking at you like you from outer space somewhere because you're just so good at whatever it is that you're doing. But that's really just Spirit. That's a flow that you're in. And people, regular, average, everyday people, they're not going to have these abilities. Your favorite cousin Kiki is talking to my favorite cousins about getting in spiritual alignment. It's so important. It's so important. Because you need your gifts. I'm talking to the Divine Collective, okay? You need your gifts. Everybody else, let them do whatever they're going to do. Don't matter. Because those are going to be the people that are going to need you in these gifts. So what you're doing, you may not be able to explain it to everybody. It may not make all the sense in the world. But trust me, you're doing what you need to be doing, okay? You're doing what you need to be doing. But just know that, you know, it's a flow. Listen to your favorite cousin. Trust me. Trust me. Normally I don't like to say that, but just trust me. It's going to work out and it's going to get greater later. For those of you that are in the healing phase, let me tell you something. You have to be unapologetic about your healing. It just is what it is. And I know you want to hold on to relationships and you want to, you know, stay the same and keep doing things the same and all that. Okay, that's the human side of us that wants everything to stay the same. We want relationships to stay the same. We want, you know, mom and them to stay the same. We want life to stay the same. It doesn't work like that. Everything changes. Everything changes. And your relationships are changing. So those pacifiers that you have, whatever they are, could be addictions, relationships, whatever codependent behavior that you have, is going to be removed from your life right now at this point. So we talked about trauma bonds the other day, or I made a video about trauma bonds the other day. And a lot of times we can hold on to people in relationships. Remember, our soulmates are our teachers. So we can hold on to relationships because we're so used to having these people in our lives, even though the relationships are not helping us to move forward. That's a big blockage. And I'm going to tell you that straight up and down. Because if you don't let people go, you're not going to be able to move forward and get to the point to where you have the divine connection and all of the projects and all that. Okay, you're not going to get there. You're not. I just got to tell you that. People will give you messages and tell you, oh, yeah, you know, there's a partner here. And, you know, these great things are going to happen for you. They will tell you that because they're probably reading just generally. And they're telling you that. But I'm telling you that if you're in the healing phase, then you need to go through the healing process. Because if you don't go through the healing process, you're not going to get to the partner and get to the project. You're not going to be in spiritual alignment, and you're not going to get your complete assignment in this lifetime. Maybe you'll get it next lifetime. Who knows? How many more lifetimes we have to go? I don't know. But I'm telling you this. Our Creator is no respect of person. You see what I'm saying? It's not you are a favorite. Like some of these, you know, people be teaching that you are just God's favorite and you can just do whatever it is that you want to do and pray about it and all is forgiven and you can just continue to go. No. Big no, big no, big N-O. There are some things that you're going to have to start doing. There are some things you're going to have to stop doing. And you're going to have to get very serious about your life if you want to be those ones that I'm telling you about, the leaders in the new earth, because that's what we are. The divine collective, we are here to raise the vibration of the planet. So you're going to be teaching people. Just imagine you teaching people, okay? And you're still hurting and triggered from the things that happened to you when you were 5 years old. You're not going to be in a good headspace to help anybody. So that's the reason why healing is so important. That's the reason why we can't move past the heart chakra trying to get up here to the crown and get all of this goodness. No. It's not happening. It's not happening. You said spiritual guidance on finding partners in alignment with your gifts. Oh, AI trying to tell me what to talk about. Don't try to tell me what to talk about on my life. Listening and then trying to give me some suggestions on what to say. This is a channel message. Now pick it up and put it down. I thought that was a comment from one of y'all, and then I said, oh, it's a AI summary. Spiritual guidance on finding. That ain't what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? We're the original intelligence, okay? And let me tell you what Spirit is doing through us, baby. Ooh. The upgrades. Okay, I'm telling you. Sometimes you just got to be in your own space by yourself. I'm telling you what I know. I just told you. Thank you, cousin. I told you I spent months upon months by myself. So when y'all see me come back and say, Kia, you look so good. Just know that I have sacrificed a lot. Relationships and all the things that people out there doing, living life and doing all the things. Can been right here. Right here. I got nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Whatever it is that I need to get, I'm getting it. Whatever it is I need to see, I'm seeing it. Whatever it is I need to write, do, I'm here. And although I have to explain this to my family and people who are in my life, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm just healing and working on myself. That's all I can say. Because that's pretty much what it is. But, we have to be unapologetic about our healing. And I'm going to be real with you. If you're in that phase, it's not enough to say, I'm healing, okay? That's not enough. That's not enough. Because when you're actually going through the healing phase, you're not even really doing too much talking, you see? Because it's like you don't really have a lot of people to talk to. It's just you by yourself for the most part. If you have people around you, it's the people that live with you. But for the most part, you spend a lot of time alone. You may spend a lot of time in nature. So you may spend a lot of time with the trees and the elements. You might be outside. You might be at the ocean somewhere walking around. You're not really doing a lot of talking and explaining that I'm healing. When I was going through healing, deep healing, I wasn't, like talking to people and saying, what do you suggest? Or what's your thoughts about this? Like, no. It's you and the Creator. That's it. And the guidance that you need, you're learning how to hear. So when you have other people's voices in your head, then you can hear their voices, and Spirit don't want that. So that's why I said a lot of those pacifiers that we have, they got to go. They got to go. If you know you have habits that Spirit is guiding you to get rid of those habits, let go of those things, let go of those even mindsets and behaviors and things that you're doing. Move slow. Create a schedule for yourself. And I don't care what it is that you're doing. If you smoke, you already know your favorite cousin Ken. I told you I smoked for years, okay? If you roll up, okay, you ain't going to be able to do it every time you want to no more. Tell yourself that. And put yourself on a schedule. These are my smoking times. This is my smoking days, okay? You do that. And then you slowly wean yourself off. So this time next year, you will not still be facing the same battle or hardship. You see what I'm saying? Because we can go year after year after year with the same habits and feel like, oh, I can't. You can, you're just not actively trying. So you have to be doing this work. That's what I'm telling you. in order for you to get to your assignment and get to the partnership. See, everybody wants the partnership. They feel like the partnership is the reward. The partnership is not the reward. The reward is your spiritual alignment, because when you're aligned spiritually, you have all the answers. You have all that you need. So it don't matter what happened in this world. This whole world can go up in smoke. You understand? It don't matter, because you're going to have everything that you need. You already know you locked in and you straight. The partner is just coming in to help you do what it is that you need to do. It's like two minds coming together. Like they say, two heads are better than one. That's all it is. That's all it is. And there's more lessons that you have to learn in the partnership, because it's going to grow you more. That's how it goes. You say, I remember sending a reply to family, letting them know exactly what, exactly that. Oh, letting your family know exactly that. And I just needed space. Yeah. Oh, that's a tough conversation. That is a tough conversation. Tell your family, I just need some space. They're like, what? Space from me? I'm your favorite cousin Mookie. Why? You're like, I just need to be by myself. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. And you really can't. You really can't. Like, you can try to put it in words, but they still not going to understand. They're not. Because you don't even fully understand. Because that's how spirit works. You have to just operate in your faith and just know that what you're doing, you're being guided to do it. And you're going to see progress. And you're going to feel better. And that's how you know that this is the way that you need to go. Because there's no more stress. Even with problems and things going on, you don't have that stress inside of you like you had before. With all the, habits and the things you used to do, when spirit shows up on the scene, everything changes. Everything changes. I'm telling you this. And it's electrifying. It's electric. It changes everything in your life. And everybody will not have that connection to the source. But in order for us to get that connection to the source, we have to evolve. It's a lot of talky talk, but it got to be the walky walk. You understand? Because it's not enough to know. Everybody knows these things, okay? We're in the information age. Everybody knows. But who's going to do the work? That's who spirit is connecting with. And it's all of you. Those of you to say, you know what? What do I need to do? I'm here. I'm here. I have nothing to do. Whatever it is that I need to do, I'm here. The job is not more important than this. The children are not more important than this. The man or the woman is not more important than this. What needs to go? What needs to come in? Yeah, you got to lock in. Thank you, said Hairless Cute. Thank you. You said they popped up at your house? Your family members popped up at your house? Because they get ready to come pull you up out of there. I said, what's going on? Because it be like that. It be like that. My sister popped up on me too. I was looking out the window like this. She'll tell you she watched this live. I was like, I know you said, Ken, that's wrong. I couldn't open the door. I couldn't. At that time, I felt like my whole vessel was open. I ain't even gonna lie to you. At that time, it had to be, I don't know, a year or two ago. I felt like my head was open. I felt like everything was open. All I could do for months is just take a shower, eat, and go lay down. That's all I could do. That's all I could do. I couldn't do nothing else. It was hard for me to put a sentence together. Sometimes I used to feel like, okay, am I going to be like this forever? But whatever is going on, this, what they call it, defragmentation that's going on in our brain and our bodies and all the spirit is doing, it just can't really explain it, And when you need to be by yourself, you need to be by yourself. Because spirit will give you these downloads and all these things, and it's like, you got to be locked in, You got to be okay with that. And that's another thing that we have to heal from, the need to have to be around somebody all the time. And, be comforted by these external things. And let me call such and such for this guidance. And let me, let me read a book, or let me, no. You just need to be quiet. You just need to sit down. You need to be quiet. And spirit going to tell you everything you need to know. You said they was hiding out. Hold on, cause you said they was hiding out the people, giving a fake name as if I'm gonna open the door. Cause they was worried about you. And you know what? In all fairness, they are. They just want the best for us. They do. They do. Cause they said I'm going over there to see what's going on with her. She gonna open this door today. Baby, they was riding down. They probably had a 3-way call talking about you. She didn't answer the phone for me either. I had everybody blocked. For a long time. That's why I told you my brother cussed me out. He cussed me out so bad. He said, man, don't be doing that, cuz. Wonder if something happened to one. What if something happened to you? Something could happen to me. I was like, ain't none of that happening. I'm just saying, cuz you can't be doing that dumb stuff, man. I thought I was just healing and working on myself. It's hard to explain, okay? But it gets greater later, right? They'll see. They'll have to just see later on. You know what I'm saying? Now they see me online, I'm pretty sure that they can see the change. But it's bigger than me. And what you're doing is bigger than you. It's greater than that. It's greater than that. It is. Y'all gonna change the world, man. We are. But I'm talking to you. Whatever it is that you're doing. It's like people are gonna benefit from this for years to come. Whatever it is that Spirit got you doing. And it may not seem like it's that big of a deal, but it is. It is. Because we're advancing, Humanity is, we're advancing. There's this advancement going on with technology, but also with humans. You see what I'm saying? Because I just told you we're the original intelligence. So we're getting these uploads too. Those of us that are in position, Everybody ain't there. But those of us that are there, we're ready. And we are being granted these abilities and the connection to these senses that go beyond the 5 senses, So that's why I say it's hard to explain things to people, because you're talking to people who only can interpret information certain ways. The only people that are going to understand you is your tribe. These are people who are in alignment with you. So they're either at the beginning of the phase, the middle of the phase, or the end of the phase, but they're in alignment with you. And everything you say makes sense. You don't have to spell it out. You don't have to explain it to them. You don't have to feel bad or nothing. It's just you give it to them and they got it. They're like, okay. They understand it completely. And you may feel like you'll never have people to understand you. You never will have it. You will. Trust me. That's why I say everything is going to come. It's going to get greater. It's going to make better sense later on. Okay? It's going to make sense. Hey, cousin. That's what I was saying. When I come back, everybody ain't going to relate to these messages. I'm just telling y'all, if y'all looking for messages about Pookie and Ray right now and how he feel about me and how they feel about me, y'all not going to relate to this. Y'all got to go find y'all another reader or messenger or whatever, because you're not going to get this. It ain't going to make sense to you, because, there's just some people who are okay with that, 3D life. And there are people who are literally being raptured out of here. And that's why it says that in the Bible, that you'll have 2 people together and one is going to ascend and the other one is going to stay. It's not a physical thing. This is spiritual. So you'll have one, 2 ladies working in the field, and then one will ascend and she'll be, removed. And then the other one will still be there. They're talking about in the mind. Thank you, cousin. Remember, the Bible is a book of what they call allegory. Okay, it's just Spirit has to give you the understanding so you can understand it. Because although it has been manipulated, there is a lot of truth there, but it's not physical, literal. That's why even Yahshua, he spoke in parables. They didn't understand him because he spoke in parables. They was trying to understand, why is he speaking like this? He can't just talk to us regular. He said, even if I talk to you regular, you still ain't going to understand. Because they didn't have the Christ consciousness. That's not something you're going to church and get baptized into, this Christ consciousness and this energy. You have to be born with this. So those of you that I'm talking to, you're born with this. It hasn't been activated, or for some of you, it has been activated. But once it's activated in you, nothing on earth matters other than what you came here to do. It's not just about business. It's not just about, oh, I have to do, hey, cousin, it's not just about, family and all this. It's not about that no more for you. It's not. And it can seem a little cold. You can start seeming a little cold-hearted to people, and they're just like, do you still love me? Do you even care? So yeah, I care. I care about everybody. I care about everybody. You say amen. It's the truth, You get the reputation of being a cold-hearted person, or like you don't care, but it's just your mind is expanding. It's not just about the family no more. It's about humanity. It's about everybody. It's about the collective. And the things that you're doing is greater than you. And the more you elevate, that's just what happens. You can't take it back. You just can't. You said they don't understand. They don't. They don't understand. And you can't save them. That's why I was telling y'all, you really can't save them, because you're not here to save them. And although, when you were at the same level that they are at now, and I don't want to say level like they're, at a low place, but, that's kind of what it is. When you think about awareness, they're just not at that level of awareness. And when you were at that place with them, you could have always been trying to help them, always been the one, like the black sheep of the family. Like, if anybody needs something, I got you. If you need guidance, I can tell you. If you need, you always just running, trying to help the family. And then once you start getting on this path, you're going to be like, hey, I can't put the family together. I can't put the family together. The family just going to have to be what the family is, because I got something to do. And it's just something natural that happens in you that's like, you become more purpose-driven than anything. Like, you ain't thinking about no relationship like that. You're not thinking about nothing, You take care of the people that you need to take care of, your children and all that. You take care of yourself. And after that, what I need to do today towards my purpose. Every day, all day. So that's why you have to be with a divine partner, because that person has to understand. And they will understand. You will not have to explain to them why you're up all night working on what you're working on. And they're not trying to tell you to come to bed. Okay? Because they understand. Because they doing the same thing, probably in their own way. You see what I'm saying? They're doing other things. So it's not like they're trying to say, oh, I need you to spend some time with me. I need you. It's like, man, can't you see I'm doing something? Okay? And for men, you're going to have to understand, if you got a divine feminine, you're going to have to share her. She's not going to be at home frying eggs and bacon and taking care of the kids and scooting around in house shoes, okay? I call them house shoes, but they house shoes. Not scooting around at the house. I mean, she's going to be doing all the things, because as women, we can multitask. We can do all the things. Clean the house, cook the food, take care of the children, do all that. We can do all that. But on top of that, that woman has a purpose. And men sometimes have an issue with a woman having her job to do too, because of this society that we live in. It says, oh, the woman's job is to be a man's wife. If you make your job your man, or make your job being about your man and your husband and all that, you're making a great mistake. I'm telling you right now what I know. And many women that came before us, they did that and forfeited their whole mission and purpose, because they sitting up underneath this man. And he let her sit at the house like a princess, and she ain't got to do nothing. And then she just slowly withered away. Slowly. She tired every day. He wondered, Dad, why you so tired? Why you so tired? You don't do nothing. I do everything. Why you don't? You're just so tired because her life force energy literally is just consuming her from the inside. The work that she's supposed to be doing, she just don't even worry about that. All the bills are paid. Husband's doing everything. She ain't got to do nothing. Take care of the kids. Go to Target and, frolic around in the world and do whatever you want. No, not for us. Not for the divine feminine. No, 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 no. The man got to share. He has to be okay with her being seen. He has to be okay with her having a voice. He has to be okay with her doing her thing. And see, for me, Spirit already told me I only work 2 hours a day. And I've been working 2 hours a day for years now. That's not going to come in between me being a family woman and doing the things that I need to do. It's not. But I still have things to do. And I can still show up and work, But there's some men that feel like, as a woman, you should not be doing that. Like, he should be the head of everything. I said, okay. May that love never find me. All right. You said you feel so misunderstood. It's refreshing to see you live again. Hey, cousin. I know it's hard because, like I said, you don't have people around you in your life a lot of times that understand. They don't get it. They don't get it. And you're trying so hard to explain it. You don't want to offend people and all that. But you know what? You're just going to have to get that Christ energy. The Christ energy says, I don't care what you think. Ain't that what he said? I don't care what you think. Say what you want, think what you want. Doesn't matter. I didn't come here to please nobody. I came here to do my job. And we have to remember that this is a business trip. We're trying to make it personal. I always say this. So we come into this physical realm and we have a job to do. And it's like having a job and the supervisor and managers and everybody, they send you out of town and they say, okay, we're going to pay for everything. You go out of town, you do your work, in another location. And you go to the new location and you start buying an apartment, getting a car, setting up shop and all this stuff, going and party with the locals, you kicking it. And it's like, that ain't what you came down there to do. You just supposed to go and do your job and come back. That's what we doing. A lot of us. We coming down here on this planet, having a good time, and trust me, we're going to have our time to turn up. And I feel like we should have a good time. We're going to have a good time. But we're also going to do our work because that comes first. That's what we came here to do. We came here to grow, and we came here to contribute to the betterment of this world. So that when we leave, because we are going to leave, and we have to be consciously aware that we are going to leave this planet. We're not the ones with blinders on saying, oh, no, I don't want to talk about death. I don't want to think about death. I don't want to think about the dark. It's coming, okay? Your light's going to go off, and you're going to be done. But before your lights go off, and before your spirit and soul is out of your body, life force out of the body, you're going to do what you came here to do. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And this is the time. This is the time. Because I'm telling you, the only thing that's going to save us moving forward is our connection to spirit. That's it. And that's the reason why even like in the Bible, y'all know I don't throw the Bible away because there's some truth there. It says that our Creator is going to have to shorten up the time because of what is about to happen to this planet, on this planet. The time is going to have to be shortened up because of all of the crazy madness that's about to be going on. Because even those of us that are elected and here to do this work, we will be pulled and sucked into all the things that are going to be going on. It's about to get so real, and it's going to happen so fast. Faster than the vid. You think the vid popped up out of nowhere? Oh, man. Those of us that know, we know. But we can't panic. Because if you're in a panic, you can't focus on what you came here to do. So we're not panicking, but we understand that what we're doing is greater than us and our family and all these things. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. You say, yep, yeah. And a lot of us have been getting this guidance to, really lock in. And just like it says, that my sheep, they'll know my voice. You know what you're hearing. What Spirit is telling you to do, you hear it. It's not like how I'm talking to you, but you hear what to do and you do it. And you will not be deceived at this time. Because most people will be deceived. Most people who feel like, they're connected to the source, they're going to be the first one deceived. It's a fact. It is a fact. What'd you say? I accidentally did something and it came true. And I have had people doing weird stuff to me. What you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that, Missy. Oh, my stomach is growling because I have not ate today. And I don't know if I'm going to eat. The way I've been acting. Your cousin been eating. I don't know what this energy is, baby, but I've been snacking. Woo! So I had to put myself in check. I don't know if y'all been hungry, but I have been hungry. And I eat when I'm hungry. I'm not one of the vegetarians that don't eat. I eat, and I cook. You said, especially at night. You been eating a lot at night? Man, I've been eating at night too. And I don't even eat at night. But I have been eating at night. I'm like, shoot, I'm hungry. I don't care. See, I know about the balance of life. I'm not just going to sit up there and say, no, you can't eat at night. You can't. Sometimes I do eat at night if I want to. If I feel like it, I'm eating at night. Shoot. Sometimes you need to. And once I eat, I feel satisfied. There. Because you laughing, I'm real. Once I eat, I'll be all right. And I know myself well enough to know that, that little girl in me loves food. She loves to eat. She loves it. And I tell her she can eat. But I have to also tell her, no, not too much. Because before she was a big fat girl. Baby, eating everything. All right. But not anymore. Hey, cousin. You said, hey, cousin. Hey, y'all. Missy, so I predicted something and it happened. I had a dream and the Spirit told me to tell my preacher. Oh, okay. Well. Hey, cousin. Thank you. I mean, that's not abnormal right now, A lot of us are picking up on these messages, and if we are paying attention and not just, pushing it off like, oh, no, I don't need to be tapping into this spiritual stuff. It's too spooky. It's like, look, if you don't tap into the spiritual realm, you're going to be tapped out. I'm trying to tell you. That's the only thing that's going to help you. What else is going to give you this guidance? How else are you going to make it when you don't have the ability to get on the phone or get on the text or internet and do these things? How else are you going to get this guidance? You have to connect to your gifts. It's just, what it is. Okay, cousin, so that's the message. Slow and steady. You're not alone. You have support. Baby, if my stomach start growling, I hope y'all can't hear that because it is so loud and disrespectful. Ooh. Anyway, slow down, okay? And not saying that you have to stop, but, just so you can enjoy it. Enjoy the process of becoming. Thank you, cousin. Enjoy the process of becoming this new person. Enjoy the process of healing and growing and getting to know you. Thank you. Getting to know yourself. Enjoy the process of all the things you're creating. Don't make this work. Because if you make it work, then you're just going to become a dull person and you're going to be boring and blah, blah, blah. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. I love y'all so much. If you're watching this on TikTok, make sure you go over to... Thank you. Y'all hooking me up. I appreciate y'all. I hope the message helped y'all. I feel like I was all over the... But that's how spirit works, okay? Like I said, those of you who needed the message, you're going to pick up every word I said and you understand it clearly. And that I know. But, excuse me, I was saying, if you're watching this on TikTok, make sure you go over to I Am Marie Moses on YouTube and watch all the live replays. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you come over to I Am Marie Moses on TikTok and then the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center on TikTok. There's two. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to both because I think I'm going to be going live on the other page. This page right here may just be like, I don't know what spirit got me doing. I really don't. But I'm thinking that I just need to just stay on one page and go live from there. And when I get like that, let me tell you something, and apply this to your life too. Whenever spirit tells you to lock in on one thing, excuse me, lock in because it's getting ready to take off. I'm telling you, that's how it works. Because before we get that guidance to lock in on one thing, we're all over the place. Okay, we got this going on, this going on, this going on, that going on. When you start getting locked in and focused on one lane, that's spirit. And that is going to be your avenue, and it's about to take you to a whole nother level. I'm telling you what it is. So lock in, okay? And focus whenever it's time. Until then, you're just accumulating a bunch of skills, okay? A bunch of experiences, and you're growing from all these different experiences and skills and all that, okay? So everything is right that you're doing. You're not all over the place. Even if people tell you you're all over the place, you need to do what? No, because everything that you do is going to all like lock in. It's like a cake, okay? It's just going to bake together and it's going to be a good thing. And everybody can be like, dang, they're going to be looking at you like you some magical person, like I told you. But it's because you have an accumulation of all these skills and gifts, experiences, and all this stuff is coming together, okay? So everything you do is right. It's right. Just keep going on your path. But whenever you get that guidance to just go in this direction, some people may say, oh, no, you don't need to do this. You should do that. You should do that. No. You need to go in that direction because that's where the advancement is going to come from. That's where the growth is going to come from. Like I said, it gets greater later. That's where it's going to come from. Okay. You say you easily distracted. You need to join us in spiritual alignment class. Oh, side note, I was about to leave without telling y'all about spiritual alignment class. Join us in spiritual alignment class, cousin. You say you get easily distracted. You need to be in spiritual alignment class, okay? It's a 4-week commitment to yourself. For ladies, I am coming up with a spiritual alignment class for men because one of our men cousins did tell me, Kim, why you ain't got nothing for us, cuz? Dang, we be wanting to heal too. I'm sorry. I got you, okay? I got you. I ain't gonna leave y'all out there hanging because I know, my men cousins, y'all be locked in with me too. So I'm working on that. But as for now, it's for women. It's a 4-week commitment to yourself. If you struggle with being disciplined and consistent and self-awareness, meaning you're doing a whole bunch of everything and you're all over the place, you need to get in spiritual alignment class because I just told you that nothing is more important than spiritual alignment right now. And I mean nothing. I mean nothing. I don't care if you're married, your husband, or nobody. Let me stop saying that because I know y'all be about your husband. Okay. All right. Praise the man. Anyway. I love y'all. For those of you who are on your spiritual path, if you have any questions, you can download the guide, The Isolated Path of Spiritual Alignment. I believe that's the name of it. Download that guide. That will answer all of your questions. All of them. Okay? There are many, many resources. If you're here on TikTok, you can click my face picture up here and you can get the link that way. If you are watching the live replay on YouTube, just go to the home page and you'll see all the links there. There's probably about 12 links there. There's a lot of resources for you. So you're not alone. You do have support. Okay? You said, okay, I will. Okay, I'll see you in spiritual alignment class. That's where you'll find me. Because I only go live like once a week. But I'm in spiritual alignment class every day. We have a private community. I'm in there all the time. I'm locked in with you because you getting to where you need to be, that is my focus. Being out here on live and on TikTok and on the YouTube, I done did this. I ain't did. They got the plaque and all of it. Okay. That ain't what this is about. This is not about numbers. This is about growth. This is about transformation. I'm ready to help you ladies, those of you that are ready to move forward. Okay? All right, cousin. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. I think I already said that. There's my heart. I will talk to y'all soon. Let me see. Do I have anything else to say? I don't. Oh, our affirmation. I didn't get the affirmation. Look at me trying to be grown. I was trying to be grown, trying to channel and not give y'all the confirmation. Y'all know I use the affirmation deck for confirmation. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. It says, I am wise. Okay. So this to me is saying, okay, use your better judgment. Like we were talking about earlier. People may not always understand what it is that you're doing, but you have to trust yourself. And this is something that we have to learn on this path, is to trust ourselves, trust that inner voice that we're hearing that other people cannot hear, and they may think you're crazy and they may not understand it, but you have to know that the guidance that you are receiving, it is correct. It is. And the more you trust this inner voice, the more confident you'll become in, what you're doing. Because I feel like a lot of times, how we can second guess and say, oh, I don't know, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this or that? The more you trust your voice, the inner voice, then all of that double-minded thoughts and all that, it's going to go away. You're going to know exactly what you need to do, and you're going to do it, okay? It says here, I am one with all life. So just remember that what you're doing is not about just your family. It's not just about you. You're doing something greater than what even you know. Some of you do know, but, those of you who are at the beginning phase or your healing phase, you might be like, what is going on? You may not really be sure, but it's going to be big, okay? It's definitely going to be big. And you're able to do this, okay? It says, I'm healthy and strong, and I am patient. Yeah. Be patient. You got your whole life ahead of you, slugger. Okay, cousin. I love you so much. Let's see. Oh, I think you might be asking a personal question, whoever this person is. Okay. If you want to do a one-on-one, you can book a one-on-one. I'm not sure what this question is. I don't know. Okay. I gotta go. I've been on here. It's been my time. All right. Can gotta go. Okay. The cycle is cycling and it's time to go. I love y'all and I'll talk to you soon. Huh? You say you don't? Oh, you say you don't do yeah or no questions? No. I don't do yes or no questions. No. Mm-mm. No. We passed that now. We passed that now. Okay? Now, if you want to do a one-on-one, I'll give you all the information you need to know. I'm just telling you, okay? But you won't even have to ask a question when we do a one-on-one, because I'm going to tell you whatever it is that you need to know. This is how it goes. Before, when I was reading, you all would ask your questions and, I would answer them. But when you do a personal, how personals have been going, it's more like, okay, this is what you need to know. And it's going to answer all your questions. So that's how it goes. Okay. All right. I love y'all again. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.